Sean Johnson from Elkhart Central.
Okay. Get away. Okay. You're on or get away.
Sean is a junior with a record of 18-7. He is the 2017 106-pound regional qualifier.
I think his brother is autistic.
Oh, okay. And that's it for me, right? That's all I do for this? Okay. And that's it for 106, right? And then they do their thing?
After you give the credentials, just say, at 6, Sinkovitz and such and such.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm doing them all. I'm sorry. At 113 pounds, Trevor Penrod from South Bend Riley. Trevor has a record of 17-3. He's a two-time semi-state qualifier and finalist, NIC honorable mention, NIC second team, sectional runner-up, two-time regional runner-up, and the Twin Lakes champion. His competitor at the 113-pound weight class is Brendan Mark of Mishawaka. Brendan is a sophomore with a 19-3 record. He is the 2017 NIC third place and 2017 sectional runner-up. That would be Penrod versus Mark for the 113-pound championship. At 120 pounds, Hunter Watts from Jimtown. Hunter is a junior with a 22-1 record. Is the 2016 sixth place at state, 2017 state runner-up, and two-time Al Smith champion with a GPA of 4.14. His opposition at 120 pounds is Braden Ruiz from New Prairie. Braden is a junior with a 32-5 record. He's the 2017 sectional championship, 2017 regional and semi-state qualifier, 2016 sectional runner-up, and 2016 regional qualifier. At 120 pounds, it is Watts versus Ruiz. At 126 pounds, Tanner Demeen from Penn. Tanner is a senior with a 22-7 record. He's a three-time state qualifier and a one-time state placer. He has 139 career wins. His opposition today in the 126-pound weight class is Hunter Whitman from Jimtown. Hunter is a senior with a 28-2 record, 108-22 overall in his career, the NSC Conference champion, the NIC Conference runner-up, sectional regional runner-up, 2016 state qualifier with a 2.62 GPA. That is Demeen versus Whitman for the 126 crown. Hey, he wrote it. Yeah, his GPA is very low.
Oh, I see.
At 132 pounds, Matt Gimson from Jimtown. Matt is a junior with a 28-1 record. He's a sectional champ, a regional champ, a semi-state champ, and a state qualifier. His opposition at 132 is Gabriel Weeks from Mishawaka. Gabriel is a junior with a 23-3 record. He is a two-time highway state champ, a New Way All-American, an ISWA state placer freestyle, ISWA state placer folk style, Royal Crown America champ, and Midwest Nationals runner-up. That is Gimson versus Weeks for 132. At 138, Connor Gimson from Jimtown. Connor is a junior with a 26-3 record. He's the 2016 Al Smith champion, the 2017 semi-state runner-up, and a state qualifier. His opposition at 138 is Preston Reisner from Penn High School. Preston is a senior with a record of 24-7. That is Gibson versus Reisner for the 138 crowd. Hard when they don't say anything about themselves. 145, Jacob Laplace from Mishawaka. Jacob is a sophomore with a 25-3 record. He's the 2016-17 sectional champion, the 2016-17 IHSAA state 4th place, and 2017-18 3rd place at the Al Smith tournament. Opposition at 145 is Jeffrey Harper from Penn. Jeffrey is a junior with a 22-7 record. He's the 2016-17 sectional champ and the 2016-17 NIC champion. That is Laplace versus Harper for 145. At 152, Joseph Walker from Mishawaka. Joseph is a sophomore with a 19-7 record. He's the 2017 NIC Honorable Mention, 2017 Semi-State Qualifier, and the 2017-18 3rd place at the Al Smith Invitational. His opposition at 152 is Xander Stroud from Elkhart Central. Xander is a senior with a 32-3 record. It's a Walker versus Stroud for 152. At 160, Michael Garcia from Penn. Michael is a sophomore with a 12-7 record. His opposition at 160 is Austin Lesniak from New Prairie. Austin is a junior with a 27-9 record. He's a sectional runner-up and a regional qualifier. Is a Garcia versus Lesniak for 160. At 170 pounds, Chris Mays from New Prairie. Chris is a sophomore with a 26-6 record. Is a regional qualifier previously at 160. His opposition at 170 is Noah Brown from Penn. Noah is a junior with a 20-6 record. That is Mays versus Brown for 170 pounds. At 182 pounds, Max Chaffee from Penn. Max is a senior with a 14-1 record. He is the number 7 rated punter in the United States and first team IHSAA for football. His opposition at 182 pounds is Grant Johnson from New Prairie. Grant is a junior with a 34-2 record. He was a 2017 regional qualifier. That is Johnson versus Chaffee for 182. At 195 pounds, Rockney Hurley from Penn. Rockney is a junior with a 19-4 record. He's a 2-time semi-state qualifier and 4th place at the 2016 USA Wrestling Folk Style Nationals. His opposition at 195 is Jonathan Thomas from John Adams High School. Jonathan is a sophomore with a 26-3 record. He's a 2017-18 5th place at the Al Smith. is a 2017-18 Valpo Invite Champion, 2017-18 CMA Early Bird Invite Champion, 2017-18 Northridge Super Duel Champion, and 2016-17 Regional Qualifier. That is Hurley versus Thomas at 195. At the 220-pound weight class, Adam Berta from Penn. Adam is currently a junior with a 22-5 record. His opposition at 220 is Casey Connery from St. Joseph High School. Casey is a junior with a 4-1 record. He was a 2017 regional qualifier. That is Berta versus Connery for 220. And finally, at 285, Isaiah Bus McWilliams from South Bend, Washington. Bus is a senior with a 33-0 record on the year. He's a two-time sectional and regional champion, a two-time NIC champion, semi-state champion, state placer at 4th place, and a state runner-up. His GPA is 3.89 as a medical magnet student and a two-time NUWAY national champion. His opposition at 285 is Alex Faulkner from Mishawaka. Alex is a senior with a 24-5 record. He's a 2017 semi-state qualifier, 2018 third place finisher at Al Smith, 2018 Belmont Super Duel champion, 2018 IFCA Top 50 football team, and committed to play football for the Army at West Point. That is Faulkner versus McWilliams for the heavyweight title.
Everybody could stand and rise for the national anthem.
Everyone could please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. Evan Borner alongside Matt Rendell here as we bring you to the cave for the NIC Conference Championship here.
We're going to start here with our first match at 106, and right in front of you on our scoreboard you will see Johnson from Elkhart Central and Sinkovich from Mishawaka. So we'll be bringing you mostly the championship matches as Sinkovich goes for the leg, just can't quite get him as there's in a tussle there. We'll give you a couple third place matches as well with Mishawaka wrestlers, and that gets us 2 points. Our first points of the finals go to Andrew Sinkovich of Mishawaka. So it'll be Sinkovich here up 2-0 here, 1:20 to go in the first period. Wrestling again is 3 periods long, all 2 minutes. If we're tied, we go to some extra periods. Sinkovich is trying to roll Johnson over from Elkhart Central. He can't quite get him there as they're still wrestling hard. We've got 2 other matches going on. We have a third place match to the right, and on our left is going to be the 5th place match. The 5th place match is over as now the count's on as Sinkovich has Johnson on his back, and they're going to give him some points, it looks like here.
Looks like Sinkovich maybe going for the chicken wing there. Looking to get him over and look for the pin.
It's 4-0 right now, but it looks like it may be more than that as he's got him down. And Sinkovich got him, and that's going to be the final.
Sinkovich takes the championship for 106.
Great piece of wrestling there from the Mishawaka wrestler in Andrew Sinkovich, and a brilliant play as he is now your NIC 2018 championship at 106.
And keep in mind, these competitors have been battling all day to find themselves here in the finals. And so it's a very big deal when you do win that, because this isn't the only match you've wrestled all day.
Yeah, and we won't have a scoreboard, but we're going to go over here to the 3rd place match. That is Robleski from Adams and Sucks from Clay. Sucks actually was on the swim team the other night for Clay as well, so playing 2 winter sports. I think it's actually Suits. We'll find out. So we're on that 3rd place match. Is Clay in the purple there on top, in the black is Adams. Right now it is 2-2, so tied up there. So this is still 106. In our next matchup in our final, it'll be Penrod from South Bend Riley and Mark from Mishawaka, Brendan Mark. So
yeah, both Brendan Mark and Trevor Penrod are great competitors here, and they will be going down on our first mat.
We're still in this 3rd place match here. 44 seconds in the 2nd period. It is still tied at 2. Still on top is Clay. Trying to get some points here with 30 seconds remaining. And he's trying to roll him over there. He's got his leg. Can he get him? He's almost there. He's saying no. In 10 seconds, looks like we're going to end this 2nd period tied at 2. So we're going to the 3rd period. 2-2 is the score. This is, again, the 106 weight class. 3rd place match. As will be Adams trying to get the points here, starting on top. Can Clay escape and get that point to break the tie? Very little happening right now.
Just a stalemate down there on the mat.
Nothing happened yet. Good use of the English language there with stalemate. That's why we pay you the big bucks, Evan. He's trying to roll him up. You see it there, but he's not quite there. And he gets on the back. Oh, but he gets out of that. A nice little flip out of that hold.
Now keep in mind, for you fans that are not super familiar with wrestling, you can win either by points or by pinfall. So if you hear us referring to those two, just don't get confused there.
That's a good point. In our first match, Sinkovich won by which way?
I believe it was a pin.
Okay, perfect. Good for us to know. Still nothing as he almost gets there. So right there, it looks like Clay got the escape, but actually was able to return to the top position, so end up getting 2 points. So right now, Clay leads 4-2, and now he's got him on his back. Nothing there though. 20 seconds, 4-2 lead for Clay. 15 seconds. Can they hold on? Max.
Oh, a nice crossface down there.
Yeah, Max looks like he's going to get the win. There it is. 4-2 win. Third place goes to Clay. And the first place, it seems like a long time ago, went to Mishawaka, though. On our mat in front of us here in our 113 weight class, we're going to have from South Bend Riley, Penrod.
And that'll be from Mishawaka, Brendan Mark.
Perfect. So Mishawaka in 2 straight finals here in the NIC tournament. And we're ready to start. And we're ready. So in your maroon will be the Mishawaka wrestler, Brendan Mark. In the white and blue will be Trevor Penrod. They are locked in there. Arms just locked up. Nothing going on as Mark goes around. Can he get there? And they're going to say no. As Brendan Mark was very close, and they're going to give it to him there. They're going to say Brendan Mark gets the takedown. 2 points for Mishawaka.
Mark continuing to stay on top and keep control of Penrod here.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give up escape if you can help it, but it's obviously better than them flipping the tables on you. So,
absolutely. Looked
right.
for a takedown there, but couldn't find it. So they'll set them. Looks like Penrod will be on bottom. Mark will take top.
Yeah, they went out there, so they'll go back in their same positions.
End of the first there.
So Mark still has the advantage. Nothing happening here. 50 seconds to play in the first period. As Mark's trying to turn him over, can't quite get there, as now they're just stuck. Mark trying to turn him. He's almost got him. He's got him on the shoulder. Can he get him all the way? I don't know how he's twisted like that. Still on top, Mark, with 30 seconds to play in the first period. Nothing happening. 15 seconds. Since Mark got that takedown, there's been very little action, where in our first match we were already over by this point.
Absolutely.
Again, this is the finals of our 113-pound weight class, and that's going to be 3 seconds and 2 and 1, and that's going to end the first period.
Now the end of the first. You must excuse me. There's many different matches going on here, so there's a lot of different buzzers. Looks
the
like
flip is to red, and red is going to be Brendan Mark. He's going to want to start down. And the strategy, usually you want to start down because you can get an escape and try to get that point. Or a reversal, you can get 2.
Absolutely. Penrod now looking top, and like you said, Mark looking for that escape, looking to get some points here.
Still nothing happening, but Mark actually got to stand up. Can he get out of it, though? He's done a good job of getting up. He's swung back down, but he's almost out. Nope, he's going to be stuck still, but now he's standing again. But now he's got the leg of Trevor Penrod. Can he flip the script here? They've both got each other by the legs, but Mark can't quite get out of the grip. Penrod's got a very strong grip on him. Mark's going to try to flip him onto his back. He's really trying to push backwards there.
And Mark still got that leg as Penrod.
And there he did. He got it. So that's a 2-point reversal already. Can he get more?
Penrod bridging here to try to avoid getting those shoulder blades on the mat.
And the ref is down there. And that's going to be 3 more points. So 7-0 is the score now for Brendan Mark. Now you just got to make sure not to get pinned. 30 seconds to play in the second period. A big lead for Brendan Mark of Mishawaka. And we've got 15 seconds to play here in our second period. Both other matches are over. Oh, no, excuse me. The third place match is still going on to our right. And we've got 5 seconds as the ref tells him 5, and we got 2. And he flips him just at the end there, but it's not going to count for any points as we head to the third and final period. Mishawaka looking to go 2-0 in finals for 2 first-place finishes if they can hold on and Brendan Mark can win this match.
Yeah, Mark's got a strong 7-point lead here, so he's really just looking to kind of run this time out, if you will. Looks like Penrod may have a leg there.
Well, and Brendan Mark wanted to start standing, it looked like. So neither has the advantage as Penrod has both of Mark's legs, and Mark has a hold of one of Penrod, so they're just kind of tied up there. 1:30 to play, and they're going to say that's a stalemate. We're going to go back to the center. We'll start it over. Because they neither had advantage, we're going to start standing.
Or neutral for those who are looking for lingo.
There you go. Evan will try to get us that lingo. I never wrestled. Nobody wanted the 6'5", 170-pound guy to wrestle. I don't know.
I dabbled.
And they've got their arms tied up there. And it looks like Mark's going to get the points. There it is. 2 points for Mark. Makes it 9-0. This is our 113 championship. Next we'll be at 120. We'll be in the championship again. It'll be Ruiz from New Prairie and Watts from Jimtown. No cavemen in any of the matches, so we'll be bringing you the finals.
Mark looks like maybe going for that half Nelson there, getting flipped over so we can get the pin, but... Oh, sorry. 39 seconds left.
Yeah, and you just want to, I mean, you're up so big in this championship. It's 9-0. You try to get a few more points. If you can get a pin, great, but you definitely don't want to get stuck on the other end of that with a big lead. We've got 20 seconds to play.
And he's looking for the pin.
And they're going to call an infraction there. As Penrod is down, looks like he's a little bit hurt there. He's going to go back to the middle, 15 seconds. We're going to start this off again as Mark is on top. We got 13 seconds. See if we can end this out strong for another Cavemen victory. And they're still wrestling hard with 3 seconds and 2, and there it is. So the Cavemen come away with a second victory here, 9-0 as Brendan Mark wins.
Like you mentioned, 2 straight first-place victories for the Cavemen. You cannot beat that. There's no way to start better. A good show of sportsmanship there as both
Absolutely.
Penrod and Mark leave mat 1.
Again, we're going to be moving to 120. In 120, we're going to have Watts from Jimtown and from New Prairie, Ruiz.
Your 106-pound placers. First, at 6th place, Hunter Boynton from Penn High School.
And we bring you down to the podium for 106 as the champions take their places.
In third place, Nexus from Southland Clay High School.
That's Andrew Sinkovics. Mishawaka High School takes number 1 in 106. He's up there proud.
This is 120 right now. So in 120, we're going to have Ruiz from New Prairie, and from Jimtown you have Watts. Jimtown in the maroon. The Jimtown Jimmy's there as 2 points goes to Watts right off the bat as we are in period number 1, not 3. There we go. We fixed that. Watts got a takedown right away. He lets it up for an easy escape, so Ruiz gets the easy one. Watts is trying to score the big points. Usually you let them go to try to get more takedowns, get more 2-point takedowns. But both have each other locked around the legs. But looks like Watts almost has advantage as he picks Ruiz up a little bit, swings around.
Watts looking for that takedown.
Yeah. And he almost had it, but they're going to say out of bounds there.
And that was a really good job by Ruiz to stuff that takedown by Watts there at the beginning. Good fundamental wrestling there. Watts once again looks...
2 more points there.
Looks like Ruiz may have that leg, though.
Yeah, they're giving him 2, so it's 4-1 as he's going to let him back up for that another escape, so 4-2.
Once again, Watts looking for that takedown. He's got a leg.
And he's going to let him back up. So 6-3, I think. Is that what it says up there, Evan?
That is what it says.
There we go. So like you said, it's hard with all the buzzers, but it's also hard with all the scoreboards. It's like,
Absolutely.
Which one are we looking at? It's over there. Another takedown. That's going to make it 8-3. This time he's not letting him up so easy. So after the first 3 takedowns, Watts let him up right away, but this time he's keeping him down there with 10 seconds left. That might be the reason for it.
Absolutely, and if you're on top, you want to stay active or else you will get set up. So
for sure,
making sure that he's doing a lot up top, trying to work towards a better position is important.
So that'll end our first period. We're going to the second, 8-3. Watts has a pretty dominant lead. He's been in control the whole time. 3 points were all escape points for... So we are just starting in period 2. Nothing happening yet as Watts is trying to get more points as he's been in total control the whole time. Ruiz has had a tough go of it. And now Watts got him almost on his back, but Ruiz trying to turn the tables there. Can't quite get him, though, as Watts still has his leg. And now he's back in control. So we're back and forth here as they're trying to roll each other over. And nothing happening. So 10-3, excuse me, is the score. That's going to be 10-4 now with the 1 point escape for Ruiz. That's 2 more points for Watts, 12-4.
And Watts really working Ruiz here right now. Once again, allows for the easy escape.
But the points are piling up on
They
Ruiz.
are.
Yeah, he's having and there's 2 more. I'm having a hard time here keeping up with the score. 14-5.
And I think that's what any wrestler wants to do. If the scorekeepers can't keep up, you're doing something right.
Right. Unless you're on the ground.
Absolutely.
And they're out of bounds. Exactly 30 seconds on the clock here. And we're back in action. Period 2. It is 14-6 is the score. Is another escape there. But Watts is again on top. 2 more points. 16-6. Totally dominating here in the finals. We haven't been here for the whole day, but my assumption is that Watt's been dominating all day.
Yeah, one would have to believe that because he's really working Ruiz here like we mentioned.
Yeah, he had a couple forfeits, couple falls. He's pretty much made it here in a dominating fashion as we head to the third and final period. Unless something very magical comes in place here for Ruiz, looks like Watts is going to come away with the victory.
Once again, Watts gets right back on top.
Yep.
Lets him back up.
So 18-7 is the score.
And Watts looking for a takedown here.
Yeah, and he's picked him up off the ground, all the way off the ground, and there it is, 2 more points. They're going to say we're out again, but 20-7, as our scoreboard doesn't even go that high, as it only because in the scoreboard it's a basketball scoreboard, so they're keeping score in the foul section. Well, when you're talking about basketball, fouls only go to 10.
Absolutely.
So
and one might wonder why they're not just using the score section of the scoreboard.
Well,
but
you know what I'm thinking it is? I think they can't disconnect the 2 scoreboards from the score section where they can in the fouls.
I see.
But it is 22-8, and now he's got him on his back.
Nonetheless, Watts continues to
24.
dominate here.
It's 24. I'm having a hard time here, Evan. Every time I look up, they're scoring more points. That's going to do it, though. With the tech fall there, with the 17-point win, that'll do it. As it's not a fall, but it counts as one in the scorebook. So, a big-time win there for Watts as he ends up winning that weight class. That was the 120-pound weight class. We'll be going next to the 126-pound weight class, as that will be a final match we'll be watching with Whitman from Jimtown and Demeen from Penn. Right now we're showing, looks like a third-place match. As you hear a lot of cheering as it's Penn. Those are Penn fans, a lot of Penn fans here. As a big takedown. As it'll be 3 more points. That makes it 6-0 for Penn, and this is 120. That is Sparrow, who is playing Hardy from Washington. So it looks like Penn's going to get the victory in that one in the 120-pound weight class. And again, he's got him on the back. 10 seconds. That's about going to do it as Penn will take 3rd place there. Washington 4th. And then Penn gets 3rd place, but in the 1st place match, we had Watts of Jimtown with the victory. And we're going to cut down here in just a second to the podium ceremony of the 113-pound weight class.
First, in 6th place, Tyler Dorier from Jimtown High School. In 5th place, David Hudson of South Bend, Washington. In 4th place, Eric Garcia of Elkhart Central. In 3rd place, Evan Light of Penn High School.
3rd place there's Evan Light from Penn. Evan Light's a great story. Check it out sometime. South Bend Riley Penrod ends up in 2nd place, and in 1st place in 113, Brendan Mark of Mishawaka.
As we mentioned, 2 straight Mishawaka wins right off the bat. And you know Steve Sanford's just got to be ecstatic.
Of course. Yeah, 2 first place in the NIC tournament to start. They didn't have anybody in the last 2 weight classes. As we head to our 126, it'll be Demeen of Penn and Whitman of Jimtown. Jimtown in the black and maroon there. In the gold is Penn. So Demeen in gold, Whitman in the black and maroon. It's always nice to see the maroon against Penn.
It always is.
Even if it's not Mishawaka. Nothing happening there as we're out of bounds on the near side here. As we'll start back in the middle. Both players trying to get the first points of this match. We are in period number 1, halfway through.
Looking maybe just to feel each other out, but that looks like maybe Demeen there was going for a takedown. But
yeah, and he went really hard there as you were saying that. He's got the leg now as Whitman has both legs off the ground, but he's trying to kind of reverse around, but Demeen is able to flip over and get the 2 points. A really good takedown there by Demeen.
Absolutely.
Under a minute here in the first period.
And Demeen looking for that half Nelson, as you can see, looking to get that pin, keeping wrist control here.
You see the ref there right in front, watching to see if something's happening. Seeing if there's either stalling going on or if there's any points to be had.
And Demeen's got that left arm of Whitman. He's flipping him over, looking for the pin here.
Him, yeah, he's counted out, so he's at least going to get some points here. Is he on the back? There it is.
Demeen gets the pin over Whitman with 20 seconds left in the first period. Some of these matches ended really quick.
Yeah, well, and you see how dominant some of these players, Sinkovitz of Mishawaka ended in the first period. Now Demeen obviously dominating his way through there as he ended up with a couple buys and then fall, almost all of them very early in the matches. So pretty easy day for Demeen, actually. 3 matches, all by fall. So there's a first victory here of the night. I guess it's the evening, is it?
I don't even know anymore.
We don't have a clock up here.
It's dark in here. But we take you to Matt 3 over here, or no, Matt 2, excuse me, at the third place match, I do believe, between
who, Matt? 26. It's going to be Zoll of South Bend Adams and Lewis of South Bend Riley. So
2 South Bend schools facing off against each other.
It is hard to see up here. I've got this paper. I'm trying to
Yeah, we need some lights.
Right now, that match is 1-0. But you see Zoll saying he should be getting 2 points as the ref walks over there. Yeah, it should be 2-0, and there it is. 2-0 is our score. Zoll in the lead from Adams. Lewis from Riley gets the escape, so there's a point. So it is now 2-1. So a pretty close match over here.
Absolutely. These 2 competitors are wrestling their hearts out here. Still the first period, I do believe. Second period.
Yeah.
Excuse us. A lot of scoreboards, as we mentioned.
So I've updated the score 2-1 as we are just about to head to the third and final period. In our next match, we will have Caveman back in the match. So it'll be our first place match of Gibson from Jimtown, who has won today. Oh boy. Forfeit, a fall in 54 seconds, a fall in 40 seconds, and so it'll be a tough go for Weeks, but he's done just as well all the way through here today.
Yeah, Weeks a great competitor, very aggressive, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
We start the third period with Lewis on top from Riley. Actually, Lewis wasn't on top. He got a reversal there for 2 points. So Lewis takes the lead 3-2. Nope, and the escape for Zoll makes it 3-3. So we are all tied right back where we started. Nothing happening. 1:30 to play here as it looks like Zoll's going to get 2 points. There it is. The 2-point takedown from Zoll gives Zoll of Adams the 5-3 lead.
And that was quite the move. They're very explosive by Zoll. It looks like he's just working on the top. Referee says they're out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go back to the middle with Lewis on the bottom. 1:15 to go. Still plenty of time for Lewis to make something happen and get the win.
And we're not going to cut to it, but over here on mat, I don't know.
Fifth place, yeah.
Yeah, that looks like, yeah.
That's 11-0 there. Third period.
Looks like Zal will jump on top here. Looking for that wrist control.
Yeah, and Lewis almost got the escape there, but could not quite get it with 30 seconds to play. Still nothing happening. 25 seconds. Zal on top with the 2-point advantage. As long as he can stay there, we will be over as we'll go back to the middle here. 20 seconds. Lewis is going to have to make something happen and do it quickly.
And just to give an update over there on the other mat, looks like, I'm not sure the name, but the wrestler from Elkhart Central got the overwhelming victory there.
In the 5th place, that was Hess from Elkhart Central, who beat Frucci from South Bend St. Joe. 5 seconds. It doesn't look like Lewis is going to have enough, as Zal will get the 3rd place victory by a score of 5-3, and we will head to the podium here to give some awards away in the 120-pound or 20-pound weight class, I believe.
And we'll take it back to the main mat, as it looks like Gabe Weeks from Mishawaka. Oh, just kidding. We'll take you to the podium. How about that?
We will be coming to the mat here in just a second, as it will be Gimson from Jimtown and Weeks from Mishawaka. So yeah, New Prairie Ruiz getting his 2nd place medal, and in 1st place, you will see the NIC champion from Jimtown, Hunter Watts of the Jimtown Jimmies. And that takes us to our next final match, which will be 132. That final will be Jimtown Gimson. That is Matt Gimson. We'll see another Gimson here coming up in a little bit. Matt Gimson against Gabe Weeks for the championship. So both teams maroon, but on the mat here, you see the maroon is going to be Weeks of Mishawaka. The white is going to be Gimson of Jimtown.
And Weeks immediately looking for that takedown there, and they'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, they both had a pretty good attack there as they were trying to get each other's legs, but neither could, as we'll go back and start again. Gimson's almost got him. Weeks does a good job of turning around, though. So nothing happening yet, but there has been action. You know, sometimes nothing happens, but there's been a lot of action as both wrestlers trying to go for each other, trying
Absolutely.
to get the first takedown of the match. And now Gimson's got Weeks up again, and he's going to be taken down.
Nice takedown there by Gimson.
Yeah, I got him all the way up in the air. That's 2 points as Weeks will try to get out of it with 1 minute to play in the first period. Again, Gimson's had a very good season as he is 28-1 on the season, as we're going to start back in the middle there. Weeks has also had a good year himself, 21-3 in some tough competition in some of those tournaments where they're playing Cathedral and some of those other top schools in the state of Indiana. And
Hard
thrown back-
takedown there by
yeah.
Gimson.
Gimson throws him back down. 40 seconds in the first period left.
And if I remember correctly, I do believe that Weeks finished 3rd place at Al Smith.
That sounds right, yeah.
He had a tough go of it there at the end, but always wrestles and puts all his heart out there on the mat, and that's really all you can ask for.
Well, and that's a very tough tournament with 20, 30 teams in it, whereas this one, while it is tough, it's NIC. There's a lot less teams you have some buys, things of that nature.
Absolutely. I mean, you had the likes of Indianapolis Cathedral and, you know, other very top-notch teams there at Al Smith. Definitely a very prestigious tournament here. But here at the NIC Championship, Gimson continues to work weeks up top. Looks like that'll end the first period. We'll take you to the second. They'll stand up.
Yeah, we're going to go second period. It is flipped. It's going to be up to Gabe Weeks. He's going to have to make a decision, and he's going to start standing. That's not something that often happens, but as he saw how great Gimson was on the ground, he wasn't able to get out of it. He wants to have a chance to get the takedown, try to tie it. Both players kind of fake lunging there, trying to fake each other out, but Gimson gets him again. 2 points for Gimson as that's another takedown, as Weeks will try to get out of it and does this time, so 4-1 is the score. Gabe's going to have to try to get something going.
Nice
Oh,
takedown
boy.
there, looking for the pin, trying to get those shoulder blades down on the mat.
And it's going to be tough for Weeks to get out of it. There it is. Up by 6-1, gets the takedown and the pin in the second period as Mishawaka cannot get another victory in that first place match. So far they were 2-0 in the matches they were in, but they weren't able to get it as Matt Gibson, who's had a great season already, was able to get the takedown and the pin and will walk away with the victory for Jimtown. We don't have any other matches going on, so we're going to be moving on here. They're going to go to the podium here for the 126-pound weight class as I get set up for our next match at 138. We're actually going to be showing the third place match at 138. So they're again doing the 126. Excuse me, they're doing one of these. There we go, there we go. The champion was Demeen of Penn, so you'll see Demeen there getting his award for first place in 126 as we get ready for 138. In the championship match, you will have Connor Gimson and a Mishawaka wrestler, former Mishawaka wrestler, Preston Reisner, who transferred over to Penn. So that'll be the championship, but we're going to be showing you the third place match between Norton of Riley and Drew Mason of Mishawaka. So that is what we'll be showing you on your screen. I'll update you as we go along in the first place match of what's going on there. But we want to show you as much Mishawaka wrestling as we can.
Absolutely, and Drew Mason, another Mishawaka name that has just done astounding. And when you're this good at what, a freshman, sophomore?
Yep.
I mean, things are looking bright for your junior and senior.
Yeah,
years.
well, and Mishawaka has a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Absolutely.
Almost all of them you've seen here today are either freshmen or sophomores. So we'll see how they can do. This is 138. So far 0-0 for Drew Mason and the Cavemen against Riley and Norton. Still 0-0 in all the other matches, actually. We're out of bounds there, so we're going to go back to the middle with 6 seconds left. No points scored in the first period. It's been very rare for the ones we've done here in the finals. It's been a lot of points being scored early.
Absolutely, a high-scoring contest here so far.
That'll end the first period there.
And it looks like Mason was going for a takedown, but it kind of backfired there on him at the last second. They'll say he's out. They're going to stand him back up. Looks like maybe Norton will take the bottom.
Yeah, so it was flipped to green, so that's Norton, so he wants to start on the bottom. Mason's going to be on top. Mason does a good job of getting up on top of Norton, so he can't get out of it, but it's up again. Can he keep him down? He does. I'm having a hard time seeing down there. You got it, Evan?
Yeah, looks like maybe Mason was going for the cradle there, just looking for a pin either way. Doing a good job of getting him turned over there.
Again, your final is Preston Reisner of Penn and Connor Gimson of Jimtown. So another Gimson in the finals there, but again, we're showing you the third place match, Drew Mason of Mishawaka and Norton of South Bend Riley. That is Simeon Norton. Still no points, 1:30 to go in the second period.
Mason really continuing to do a good job here on top, though.
Absolutely. Well, I keep trying to watch on the on the mats. You're looking at the screen. I should probably do that too.
Great work by our cameraman here. We got Troy Crooks on top, up top here, and Parker Norris down there on bottom, always doing a great job at getting us the angles.
Absolutely. Our championship match is headed to the second period. No points scored there either.
Mason will go on top here.
And still a minute to play.
And Norton's looking for the escape here. And that is quickly thwarted by Mason as he is looking maybe to get that arm over, get a pin.
Yeah, he's trying to roll him over. Nothing happening so far as they're going to take him back to the middle and start over. Again, we're going to switch quickly here as there's a quick injury for Norton, Simeon Norton of Riley. On your screen right now, you will see Gimson in the maroon, and in the gold is Preston Reisner, as you're blocked out right now by the ref. But Reisner in the gold and in the maroon, you have Gimson of Jimtown. That is our championship match. No points in that either, as we're still waiting on injury here in our match. Reisner gets standing up, but he's taken back down by Gimson. Gimson trying to get back-to-back Gimson brothers victories here. We'll see what happens as we get ready to go back here. That's still 0-0 as we are back with Norton from Riley in the blue and Mason in the maroon as Norton gets the escape. That is 1-0. Norton with the lead. There are still 30 seconds to play here.
And Mason looks like maybe trying to get that back, get a takedown here.
Yeah, they kind of bear hugged each other for a second as they're out of bounds. Mason almost had it. He felt pretty good, but
Getting
he couldn't
fired
quite
up
get
there.
it. Yeah.
They'll start neutral. Mason on the attack early.
They're out of bounds again. And Drew Mason thought he was going to get the takedown for the 2 points, but nothing given there. As it's still 1-0, 16 seconds in the second period. Mason throws him, and he gets the takedown. That's too easy, and maybe he'll get more.
Mason looking for the pin here.
And we're close to the end. Can he get it? Oh, and he will not, but he's going to get
Saved by the bell.
Yeah, he's going to
Norton.
get 3 more points. That makes it 5-1. A big play there by Drew Mason late in the second period.
And you know that's got to be frustrating for Mason. That close to hitting the pin, and the timer's up. But it is part of the deal here.
And to flip that on you, the other thing is, okay, it's frustrating as you almost had the pin. I mean, you're up 1-0 if you're Simeon Norton. You're up 1-0 late in that second period, and all of a sudden you gave up 5 points.
Absolutely.
On your screen right now is the first place match, also in the third period. Reisner against, who was that again? Oh, Gimson. Reisner in your gold from Penn.
Too many names.
Yeah, well, and that's 1-0 right now. So very, very low scoring over there in the third period as we head back over to Mishawaka. Drew Mason starting on the bottom there. Already up 5-1. He's trying to get an escape. He can't. Oh, but he's going to turn it looks like, and there's going to be an escape for 1 point. And Mason falls. It looks like he just fell down, but that's going to be an easy 2 for Norton, as Norton might have to let him go here if he doesn't have much and try to get more takedowns.
And I think that may have actually rocked Mason. I don't know if you saw that, but that was a hard hit on the mat. And
well, it looked like he just lost his footing. He wasn't thrown that hard.
No, it wasn't, but he sure did meet the mat pretty hard as they go back at it. Mason on the attack here again.
7-3 is the score as Mason has the lead for Mishawaka, trying to get third place with about 1:20 to play. Your first place match has 1 minute remaining.
And Mason's got both feet, gets a lot of airtime there, frequent flyer miles.
And that cheering's actually for that first place match, but Mason gets the 2 points, makes it 9-3, a big time getting him up in the air there. The cheering is for the takedown from Connor Gimson, who takes the 3-0 lead in our finals match. Mason with the big lead here for Mishawaka, trying to get third place in the NIC tournament today.
And, we've talked about how well Mishawaka's done, but South Bend Riley also not doing bad so far here in the finals. Trevor Penrod obviously took the number 2 spot at 116, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Jimtown trying to get back-to-back champions here in the last two. Both Gimson brothers trying to get championships, so Jimtown having a good go at it as well.
Back-to-back champions, a feat that has only been accomplished by Mishawaka so far, but Jimtown quickly on its way.
Yeah, they got 20 seconds there. 3-0 is the lead for Gimson and Jimtown.
And it looks like Mason's looking to
got him down, yeah.
Looking for a pin here again. Ref checking and says he gets it.
Mason gets the Caveman a third-place finish
So
in
that's
138.
That's 3 first-place finishes for Mishawaka here, having a nice run of it here. And so we'll take you down to...
And that's over, it looks like, yeah. So Gimson gets first place. Third place goes to Drew Mason of Mishawaka. So a big play there by Drew Mason to get another place finisher, and this one being third. As we head to the 145-pound weight class, at 145, we're going to have another Caveman wrestler, one of the best wrestlers the Cavemen have, in Jacob Laplace. Again, another sophomore.
And we'll take you to the podium here. And I don't know if you saw that, but Drew Mason walked off the mat and was immediately given a championship title. Looks like maybe the U.S. championship from, I don't even know, but that was quite interesting.
Yeah, I think they have some sort of a gimmick, kind of like the turnover chain in Miami.
Alabama's title.
I think they have something like that. So when they place there, so Mishawaka ends up in fourth place. Excuse me, in second place. That was Weeks up there in second place. Matt Gimson ends up first place as he has some sort of chain around his neck as well. So there's Gimson getting his first place finish there, as we will be going to our 145-pound weight class, as it will be a big matchup here. You ready for this? It's going to be Jacob Laplace of Mishawaka. No third place match going here. I was just listening. It is Jacob Laplace in the maroon for Mishawaka. In the black will be Harper from Penn. That's Jeffrey Harper from Penn High School.
Those are two titans going at it. Obviously, the Mishawaka-Penn rivalry big here as they go out of bounds.
Laplace lost his footing. He almost got taken down early. Laplace with a great 26-3 record on the season. Harper as well, 22-7. Laplace only a sophomore, Harper a junior. As they're locked in arm there. Nothing happening yet. We are in the first period. 0-0. The scoreboard says 0-18. I don't think that's right.
Apparently they can go higher than 10.
Well, they can go higher than 10, but they can't get that second. That if you get into the 20s, that's where you have the problem. Because you can move that second digit up, but that first one can't go higher than 1. So 1:07 to play in the first period. I guess to wrestle would be a better use of the English language, but we're okay here. Laplace again for Mishawaka. Harper for Penn. In the background of our shot, you see Cody Timmerman warming up. He'll be in our third place match at 150. Excuse me, he will be in maybe later than that, but he's warming up.
And up until this point, obviously, wow. Up until that point, neither Harper nor Laplace showed a clear advantage, but
Laplace just made that.
Laplace quickly thwarted that.
Yeah. A big-time takedown. He's got him off the ground.
Laplace sitting on top, maybe looking to flip over Harper here, get a pin.
Yeah, it's 25 seconds. Right now it is 2-0. Laplace leads. They finally fixed the scoreboard to be 0-0. It needs to be 2-0 now, though.
And I think that's a chicken wing that Laplace has
He's
locked
trying,
in on
yeah.
Harper.
10 seconds.
I still remember a bit.
You don't want to give up an escape this late, and even worse, you don't want to do that, as there's a reversal for 2 points with only 3 seconds to play, and that is not what you wanted. It's going to be a 2-point reversal for Penn.
And so at the end of the first, that'll tie both Laplace and Harper up at 2.
Yeah, and I think they're saying right now, you see Coach Sandifer saying that he needs to get 1 point for an escape, because I think LaPlace escaped at the very end. Yeah, they're going to give him 1 point.
So that'll make the score 3-2 in favor of LaPlace. You see another match going on in our shot here. We'll switch you.
And now Coach Harper trying to say he's supposed to get some points for Penn, as he thought he maybe started to count down there as LaPlace ended up on his back, but it was so quickly on his back and then back front that they're going to say nothing. But there was a pretty clear escape there, as the second ref came in and said that as well. So we'll be starting our second period finally after all of that commotion, with LaPlace starting on the bottom, and on top is going to be Harper, and there's an escape, 4-2.
LaPlace looking for that leg. He gets it, but Harper's got both legs up.
But LaPlace ends up back on top. As there's 2 points for LaPlace, yeah.
LaPlace has got the cradle. He's got the hands, but just needs to flip him over now and actually get him on his back. Maybe
he
lost
it there.
Yeah.
No, and I think he let go, and I think that's right. You were kind of stuck. Let's let him up. Let's try to get something better. So I believe the score is 6-3. Right now the score on the scoreboard is all messed up. I think the score is 6-3.
We're doing our best to keep things accurate up here for you. But obviously, as we mentioned, lots going on. So.
Right now they put it up to 199. Okay, so right now I have 6-3. They're saying it's correct at 5-2. So, not. I mean, we were close. But there's 2 more points. So 7-2. At least we had the 3-point
we did,
lead.
We did.
Yeah, 7-2 is a lead. Second period, 55 seconds to wrestle. Just got a burst of cold air. Somebody must have held the door open there for a second. 45 seconds. 7-2 is the lead. We are working our way towards the 4 o'clock hour here. We are just about halfway done with our finals.
LaPlace adjusting that knee pad there.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds.
Looks like Harper will take bottom. LaPlace will take top.
Well, and they announced before there is no third place match going on here because of a injury. So third place will be given automatically. Under 20 seconds in the second period. Mishawaka always wanting to get the win against Penn and vice versa. LaPlace trying to get an arm. He gets one, but he doesn't like his hold. You've got 6 seconds. And that's going to end our second period. Score of 7-2. A big lead for Jacob LaPlace over Jeffrey Harper. You got to make sure not to give up a lot of points quickly so you can't get put on your back for sure.
And as you mentioned here, LaPlace now just looking to really kind of protect his lead at this point.
Yeah, and LaPlace took a pretty hard elbow there, right, as Jeffrey made a good move. Jeffrey Harper made a good move to get out of there, but it is 7-3 with that escape. LaPlace has some sort of Mishawaka tattoo. I wonder if it's actual tattoo or
it is an actual tattoo.
Okay. I haven't seen that before. It's the same M that's on their uniform.
Yeah, the old English M that the wrestling team has used for quite some time here now.
Absolutely.
Kind of a cool tradition.
Absolutely. Mishawaka has a lot of traditions, including our venue here today.
Absolutely,
the
the oldest cave in Indiana, built in
Absolutely.
1924. Obviously, the Al Smith Classic.
I mean, I don't know if it's the oldest cave, but it's definitely the oldest gym.
Absolutely.
I'm just messing with you, Evan. Still nothing happening here. We got 1 minute to wrestle here in our third and final period. And that's going to be out of bounds. We're going to go back to the center. 51 seconds to wrestle in our third and final period. We still got 30 seconds to wrestle. LaPlace with the big lead. Harper goes for the leg. Can't get there. A lot of cheering going on as Clay gets the pin in the 5th place match there. So exciting turn of events there. That was a close one. That was a third period match, 5-4. And Clay's going to come away with 5th place there. LaPlace still in the lead, 15 seconds. As Harper gets the leg, can he put him down as LaPlace gets out of it? Good job by LaPlace getting out of that with less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, LaPlace doing a good job to protect his lead. 4 seconds now.
LaPlace actually got a warning there, but it's not going to matter as he throws Harper down, and that's going to be a victory for Mishawaka in the first place match. LaPlace wins 7-3 as we head to the podium.
So listen to this statistic. Mishawaka now 4 champions in the NIC tournament. That is something to be proud of.
Well, they have the 3 first place champions and then the 3rd place victory.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're
but
right.
that's still the most champions
Still,
so far
absolutely.
by 1. Jimtown has the 2.
And we'll take you down to the podium here.
Podium's going to be at 138. 138, they're giving out 5th place. 4th place was Simeon Norton, who's facing the 3rd place winner, which was Drew Mason of Mishawaka. So you see Drew Mason right there getting his 3rd place medal. Here are the fans behind us. In 2nd place, you have Preston Reisner of Penn. In 1st place, you're going to have Connor Gibson, as they had the wrong medals there. But that's going to be our winners there as we head to 152. We'll be on the championship mat yet again, as it'll be Joseph Walker of Mishawaka against Xander Stroud of Elkhart Central. Stroud is in the blue and white as he goes for the leg, gets him down, and almost gets the takedown, but cannot. And it'll be Xander Stroud who gets the 2-point takedown. So 2 points for Stroud as it is 2-0 early. No match in your 5th place match as that's a forfeit. In our 3rd place match, you'll have South Bend, Washington. That'll be Williams of Washington against Heater of Penn. Walker gets the 1-point escape, makes it 2-1, and they're both standing now. Stroud goes for the takedown, can't, and Walker trying to circle around and cannot. 2-1 is our score. They're both going to be standing as Walker almost had the takedown but couldn't quite get there. Xander Stroud up 2-1 for Elkhart Central against Mishawaka. Another sophomore here for the Cavemen in Joe Walker. 20-7 on the season. Stroud 32-3 on the year. As Stroud almost gets the takedown, but Walker does a good job of grabbing onto a leg there. Nothing happening here as Stroud now gets back up, but it looks like Stroud might have an advantage. And they're going to get him. 2-point takedown for Xander Stroud makes it 4-2. Or 4-1, excuse me, as we're going to have blood. Looks like a nose. That's where you usually have it. They're going to check to make sure everybody's good there. So, again, we've had 3 Cavemen wins here today. First place finishes by Andrew Sikovitz in 106. You had a first place finish right after that in 113 by Brendan Mark. And then we just had a finisher in first place in 145 in Jacob LaPlace. After this match is over, you'll see him getting his award on the podium. Looks like we have some blood, and so you'll see the trainer from Mishawaka checking him out there. That's going to be Xander Stroud trying to get that taken care of before they come back. Stroud with the 3-point lead right now. So it looks like they're taping a finger, maybe some blood coming from a finger. That's one thing we haven't seen much of here in the championship bouts was injuries. So we've had very few timeouts, so we've been going through pretty quickly, but right now we have a break here.
And that was a very different story at Al Smith. There was injuries galore at Al Smith. Lots
And-
of stoppage.
Yeah, there might have been today. We just haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
we
We've only been here for, the last 2 hours. We haven't been here since 9 o'clock like everybody
Absolutely.
else. So
Yeah, we got the easy day today.
I didn't come to Al Smith. I was my wife's birthday, and I was at a wedding. You guys did a wonderful job, though, here with Aaron and Evan. You guys, Parker was here. Al Smith doing some
Yeah.
commentary for you.
Yeah.
And that was lifting off the ground, so we're going to start again in the center. 10 seconds, 4-1 is still the lead. This is 152-pound weight class. As Walker's trying to get the escape, and he's not going to be able to, I don't think. And there it is, 2 points for the reversal right at the end. So Joe Walker gets the 2-point reversal, as that was kind of, I didn't know if he was going to get it.
I think that's green down there. We'll get the toss.
They're going to have to call another timeout here to get that taken care of. And so that's another big problem for Xander Stroud. As Joe Walker's over here, he can just relax, get a drink of water, whereas Xander Stroud's got to get that taken care of. And
But it does look like maybe, no, they're looking at something on Joe now. He's going to the other side.
well, it looks
he'll
like
get
he
some
just,
attention.
yeah, I don't think it's an injury. I just think it's some blood that got on him. So
Oh,
they
okay.
just- yeah, they just had to wipe. You can't be too careful these days about blood. So
Absolutely.
anytime you see it, you got to make sure it's wiped off. So
And we'll actually take you over to the podium here as they're getting ready to introduce the champions.
well, they're going to do that after
Oh,
this
okay.
match, though. So
Well, never mind.
they're getting them set up, but this one's gone so long, they're already ready. As Joe Walker decided here to start the second period down to try to get an escape or another reversal. He's trying to flip Stroud as he's almost there, and he does. A big-time reversal there for Joe Walker, who just uses his strength to do it and takes the 5-4 lead. You might hear the family of Joe Walker right behind
Right
us.
behind
They are
us,
very
yeah.
loud and very proud. So Joe Walker gets another lead here for Mishawaka as he was down 4-1. Now he leads 5-4.
Continues to push that head into the mat, just looking to
Absolutely.
get any sort of whatever you call it.
You
Can't
see
think
on
of
the far,
name.
as they go back to the middle on the far side, Al Smith in the building here. So that's always fun. He's on the phone right now. And we're going to have to go to another break.
Once again, blood continuing to be a haunting factor in this match for Stroud.
Well, and that can be a big problem because it can cost you points. It can cost you time. As you see the ref over there checking him out. But again, you can't be too careful. They're just going to shove that gauze up his nose and get him back in there.
Walker will take top here. Stroud will take the bottom. And they looks like they went for it and immediately stopped.
Yeah, they're going to say it was a false start there on Joe Walker. So they give him the warning. If it happens again, it'll be a point for Stroud, but he doesn't, so we're good to wrestle.
And the point could make a big difference here in this match as Walker only has a 1-point lead, so that could tie things up. Looks like Walker had the wrist there. He's got the other wrist now, looking for any way to flip him over. And he'll go for maybe a crossface. No. Continues to work the head.
Yeah, we're under a minute. There is no fifth place match, but there's a third place match. That match is tied at 4 in the third period. These final matches usually go a little bit longer than the matches at the end as they start earlier. We are in the second period. Walker still on top, 30 seconds to wrestle. And they're going to have to stop. As they're looking at blood again. I'm going to stand up here for a second, Evan, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. And as Matt mentioned, once again, another timeout for blood.
You see the ref there checking out Joe Walker. They're going to have to clean the mat there. It's a good catch. I mean, the refs have to look at a lot of stuff, including watching for blood there as they catch it there early.
And as bad as blood is, if you're Joe Walker right now, you can't be too upset at all these nice water breaks fit into this match here.
That buzzer was for the third place match, as the winner was Williams. I think that was Williams. Yeah, Jeremy Williams of Washington, as there's a quick escape there by Xander Stroud out of that timeout. Makes it 5-5.
Stroud's got a leg there. Maybe looking for, absolutely, and did he get it?
He did not. Joe Walker still has it.
Oh, okay, I see.
There's 5 seconds, though. You see him putting up his hand saying no points, as we all head to the third period, tied at 5. So no other matches going on. Again, that was Williams who won. Our next match will be at 160, and we'll be bringing you the third place match again, as that will be Ben Kensinger, it looks like. Kensinger for Mishawaka. I'm just flipping through a lot of names here.
It's easy to get tongue-tied here. And looks like maybe an attempted takedown there by Stroud. Walker says no thank you. Once again goes stuffed by Walker.
So nothing going here. 5-5 in the third and final period of this 152 championship. Joe Walker of Mishawaka, Xander Stroud of Elkhart Central. And Stroud gets the leg. Can he get the points? No points given. No points yet. It's going to be close. Stroud has a big advantage right now. Walker's got to do something. There's his 2 points for Xander Stroud, makes it 7-5.
And that is detrimental to Walker here with only a minute 6 left here in the third period. Walker's going to have
there
to
it is.
Gets it.
He got the reversal there quickly, making it 7-7. Less than a minute. This is where your strategy has to matter. And Walker's looking at the ref saying that Stroud's doing something he doesn't like. Ref says something to both wrestlers. Stroud gets his arm away.
And a vicious crossface was applied there by Walker. Very, very aggressive wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely. And when he's got the legs in, they're going to call it a tie-up as we'll go back to the center. We have got 29 seconds remaining. And we're going to have to stop again. Another stoppage. Joe Walker tied with Xander Stroud. There are only 29 seconds left. Stroud will be starting this out of the break down, and Joe Walker will be on top. So Walker's got to make sure if there is an escape, he's got to get a takedown quickly.
And it looks like they were looking at the hand there of Stroud.
Yeah, they've taped it. If you see the black on his right hand, they taped it up already.
And
since he's starting down, you can see it there. There's a black tape there, and the nose is stuffed up with cotton. So got two problems there as Walker keeps Stroud down. Walker trying to turn him. There are 20 seconds left. And Stroud gets the escape, so Walker's going to have to make something happen. It is 8-7 as we'll go back to the middle. As you hear Mishawaka coaches, there are 12 seconds. So Walker's got to do it quickly.
Could be an electrifying finish here. The cave getting loud here in the final seconds of this one.
Walker almost has him. Can he get him?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Still nothing, and that's going to end it. In one of the most exciting matches of the finals here, Joe Walker falls by 1 point, score 8-7 as Stroud got that escape late.
It looks like Walker was maybe lobbying there to the ref for his trying to say he got a point, but
he was trying to say he got it out there, but he did not, and so it'll be a second place finish in the NIC for Joe Walker.
So we'll take you to the podium here.
Right now, second place, they're putting, excuse me, they're putting Harper there, gets second place. In first place, it was Jacob LaPlace there getting his first place medal and the bracket. So the NIC champion at 145 is Jacob LaPlace. We'll be going down to the third place match. That third place match is going to be Ben Kensinger. Ben Kensinger will be wrestling for third place. Your championship match is right in front of us. That match is Garcia of Penn High School and Lesniak of New Prairie High School. So Kensinger trying to get third place for the Cavemen. I just noticed it took us this long to 160 that the third and fifth place matches are only 1 minute apiece, whereas the first is 2 minutes apiece. So took me long enough, but I'm smart.
That last match dragged on a little bit longer.
Yeah, it took a long time. They had 4 or 5 injury timeouts. So we are underway here in third place as Kensinger trying to get third place again against Harris of South Bend, Washington. That's Danya Harris. So they were just saying they actually tie if there is no match, whether it be by forfeit or injury. They got each other locked in legs and headlock. And that's going to end the first period. No points for either side as we are now underway in the first place match as well. Again, that's Garcia of Penn. Garcia is 12-7 on the year, so he's had a very good day.
And it looks like Kensinger will take the bottom here.
So we are at 150. Kensinger on the bottom. Still nothing happening. Kensinger trying to get the escape or the reversal. Try to get some points any way he can.
Looks like Harris has that. Lost it. He did have that wrist, and that was really preventing Kensinger from any hope from escape. And he almost gets the arm, looking to flip him over.
Yeah, Kensinger trying to spread out there, trying to get some base, but now he's down flat.
And Harris has got that arm on Ben, looking to flip him over.
Yeah. We're at 55 seconds. You hear the fans behind us telling Ben Kensinger he's really got to move, and right now he hasn't done a lot of that. Harris is just walking him around at this point. You're going to say out of bounds. We'll go back to the center. 31 seconds to wrestle in the second period. Kensinger really has to get at least 1 point here, because if he can't get that 1 point, then Washington, Harris will have a chance to start down and just get 1 point and try to win that way. So we'll see what he can do here with 31 seconds to wrestle. He gets standing up.
Kensinger looking for that escape, and
he gets it.
so that'll be 1 point credited to Kensinger there. 25 seconds left in the second period. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, well, they're actually going to give him 1 point for the escape and actually one other point for an infraction of the hands being locked there in an illegal way of Harris. So 2-0 is the lead for Kensinger with 15 to wrestle in the second period. Right now it says third period because I didn't change that. 4 seconds. And that's going to end the second period as we do head to the third period. Mishawaka, Ben Kensinger leading 2-0.
And towards the end of that one, Harris had the leg looking for a takedown, but saved by the bell was Kensinger. Harris will take bottom here. Kensinger will take top.
In our championship match, Lesniak of New Prairie and Garcia of Penn are tied at 0 in the second period. We'll bring you that after our third place match is over. And they're going to say that Kensinger was lifted off the ground, so that's going to start us back in the center. 2-0 still the lead for Mishawaka. Still nothing as Kensinger's kind of off the ground now.
Yeah, it looks like
Harris got a good hold of his leg.
Harris had that leg in a bit of an awkward position. You might have heard the fans behind us yell, "Careful."
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like they'll stop it here.
So we're going to go back to the center. 1:14 to wrestle. The green ankle band there kept falling off.
And Harris was able to quickly shift and get on top of Kensinger there.
Yeah, you want to try to get, I don't know if you want to just give an escape. Otherwise, you're going to give up the 2-point reversal.
1 minute left in the third period.
So right now, they've both got each other's legs. Kensinger underneath, but because he has a good grip on that leg, he hasn't given up any points. But they're going to start it back over in the center. They start again. Kensinger is up in the air. That's got to be another chance to start over. Harris is saying, what can I do? He just keeps jumping on my back. I can't do much.
And you know that, not the greatest strategy, but a strategy nonetheless. Once again, Kensinger's got one leg planted, so they're not going to stop it here.
Well, and now he's got a kind of a hold of the leg, but now Harris is trying to turn him over. But they're going to call again a stall there. I think that's going to be on Kensinger. Yep.
30 seconds exactly left here.
So no points, but on the next stalling call, he will be giving up points. So you got to make sure that you're wrestling hard.
Kensinger immediately looking and swings him around there.
Yeah, but much more aggressive in nature. And now, I don't know, I'd be surprised if they didn't call that. 18 seconds. It just looks like Kensinger is trying to just hold on.
Yeah, it does.
Except for now, he's got a real problem. If Harris can get that arm out or get that leg out, he got 4 seconds. And that is going to be a point for Harris. So 3 seconds. If he can get an escape, it'll tie it up. And that's not going to do it. Kensinger is going to end up getting the victory, but it was not easy at all as he will end up getting third place. So a third place finish here on the day for the Cavemen.
Cavemen continuing to show out here.
Yeah, especially in these finals rounds. You know, you saw the Al Smith, they didn't make it into any final matches. That's a much more difficult competition, but they do end up with a couple first place and a couple third. Right now, you're looking at the match for first place between Garcia and Lesniak. Garcia of Penn in the black, Lesniak of New Prairie in the blue and gold. I'm not quite sure who's it winning right now. It's 3-1 in the third period. The sun's out. You can see it coming through onto the mat there. They're going to give 1 point to Lesniak. So Lesniak is now down 3-2 with 20 seconds to wrestle. 3-2 is the score. Garcia goes for the leg. Garcia up by 1. 12 seconds. Lesniak doesn't have a lot going. There's only 6 seconds left. And that's
he
nothing.
Will not.
That's actually going to be 2 points for Garcia, which will make it 5-2. So a bigger win for Garcia as he comes away with the victory. Looking at this, it looks like a pretty big upset as Garcia came in at only 12-7, was able to beat some good wrestlers, including David Sheehy of South Bend Riley with a 9-7 victory. So a big win there for Garcia and Penn High School.
And I do believe we're actually going to send you down to mat 3, as it looks like Colin Fee of Mishawaka will be wrestling somebody down there.
Yeah, we'll be going to 170. At 170, we will have a 5th place match of, who'd you say, Colin Fee of Mishawaka. Yep, that is correct. And from South Bend, Washington, we will have, if I can find it here, Ethan Forrest. So Ethan Forrest of South Bend, Washington against Colin Fee. Right now, they are giving out awards for the 152-pound weight class. Second place is going to be Joseph Walker, who's not actually down there to get his medal. Your champion is Xander Stroud of Elkhart Central. So Stroud gets the victory. That was the close 8-7 match that Joseph Walker just barely missed out on. We're going to be showing you the 5th place match, which is just underway between Colin Fee and Ethan Forrest. Forrest from South Bend, Washington. Fee of Mishawaka. And Fee gets taken down hard very early.
And that had the potential to be a lot worse earlier if he would have executed that first takedown he had. They'll be out of bounds.
Gonna have to change this around. I got the wrong colors, I think. So Forrest up 2-0. You'll see Ethan Forrest, the wrestler for South Bend, Washington, only has one leg. You can see he has just the 1 foot on there, and he's still wrestling hard, trying to get 5th place here. That's a good story for the South Bend, Washington Panthers there. And that was another wrestler earlier on from Penn, is missing both of his feet, and he's still a very good wrestler. Ended up in 3rd place in an earlier match. So those are good stories to follow.
Just goes to show that willpower can get you anywhere.
Absolutely. Right now it is 2-0, Forrest with the lead, as we're going to end the first period and head to the second. Our championship is now underway. That championship is Chris Mays from New Prairie High School and Noah Brown from Penn High School. They do seeding in this tournament, just like they do in others, try to figure out who should be the first seed and the second seed and so on. This one has ended up with both the top 2 seeds making it there. As that doesn't always happen, as we just saw Garcia won, and he was definitely not one of those 2. So
absolutely,
a false start there by Forrest. As Fee's trying to break out here. He cannot. Forrest still's got a hold of his arm, but Fee's able to get out. So that's a 1-point escape.
And Forrest has the legs there, Fee.
But it's a close to a takedown, but nothing happening yet as Forrest flips him over. No points awarded. As Fee gets on top, are they going to get him the points for the takedown? They have to now, I think. There it is. 2 points for Colin Fee, makes it 3-2, so Fee takes the lead.
And it looks like Fee's going for a takedown here, trying to escape as Forrest isn't able to do it. Fee stays on top.
Now, the scoreboard says 2-2. I think it is 3-2, but we'll find out.
And Fee looking for any way, gets the half Nelson, trying to flip Forrest over here.
He's trying to turn him, and it's close. You can see in the face there of Forrest that he's not feeling very good about that. He's really grinding that head into the ground there, trying to get something. Can't flip him, though. We're at 30 seconds to go in the second period. He's still trying to flip Forrest. Can't do it. "15 seconds to wrestle here.
And Fee's got that arm again. Once again, and it looks like maybe Forrest nearly an escape there. I don't think they'll give him the points for it, but
No. And that's going to end the second period as we will head to the third. I think the score is 3-2. It says 2-2, and nobody seems to be arguing it. Well, since nobody seems to notice, I'm going to make it 2-2 as well. Forrest is going to start down. We'll find out if Forrest can escape this and get 3 points. I wonder if they'll look and see, because I really do believe it's 3-2, but we're going to find out here.
yeah, I do believe it is too.
The second period is just underway in our championship match.
And unfortunately, if that's an error that could potentially, affect the outcome of the match. So
Yeah, absolutely.
let's hope they have it right.
1:27 to wrestle here. Fee is on top. Forrest down. And they're going to call a penalty there. That's going to give a point to Forrest to make it 3-2. A big time flip there by Forrest, but Fee's able to get out of it. And he's flipped his bottom. Now can he get on top?
They've actually given a point there to. I think that would be Forrest.
Almost there. They're going to give 2 to Colin Fee there, so 4-3. Fee with the lead now. Nothing happening there with 26 seconds. The clock's still running, though. It shouldn't be.
And they'll have to reset that.
Oh, the clock is in the other. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh, I was
14
too.
seconds. 4-3 is the lead. Colin Fee is on top with 14 seconds to wrestle. The 1 point lead as Forrest trying to get out, cannot.
And Colin with a hard push there towards the end to try to get something going. And, oh. Too many scoreboards, Matt.
I'm telling you.
The scoreboard configuration is a bit weird.
Well, so they're actually going to end it. They're going to say that the clock wasn't running for 7 seconds, so they're going to end up getting 5th place to Colin Fee of Mishawaka as Ethan Forrest could not make it happen. So a 5th place victory here for the Mishawaka Cavemen. 4-3 is the final of that.
And we'll bring you down here to the championship match as they roll onto the other mat, so they'll say out of bounds.
Right now that score is 8-3. I think that's in favor of Penn. In that match, you have Mays of New Prairie and Brown of Penn. Brown 20-6 on the year. Mays 26-6. I'm not totally sure if that's right, but I think that Brown is up 8-3. Brown in the black on top. That's going to be out of bounds, so we'll start back in the center. This is the third period of this match. This is the championship. 5th place was what we just showed you as Colin Fee won the 5th place match. Noah Brown trying to get the victory for Penn here. Penn, like usual, having a very good day. $105 to wrestle. Mays trying to get out, can't. They're almost out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds as we go back to the center. $40 seconds to wrestle. 8-3 is the score. So unless something drastic happens here for Mays, it looks like Noah Brown and the Penn Kingsmen are going to get the victory for first place in the 170-pound weight class.
And Brown continues to stay on top. And
yeah, and he's still wrestling, trying to get the arms, trying to flip him a little bit. 15 seconds. It looks like this is going to be a victory as he's trying to flip him over and can't quite get there. We are down to 8 seconds. And that'll do it. Noah Brown comes away with the victory in the 170-pound weight class as we are going to be going down to the court for a presentation here in the 160-pound weight class. Our next match, we will be showing third place. Third place match will be Hill of South Bend Adams against Cody Timmerman of Mishawaka High School. So we'll be showing you that. The championship will be Chaffee of Penn and Johnson of New Prairie. So another New Prairie Penn showdown there. 4th place goes to Harris. That was Danye Harris, who was against Ben Kinzinger. Mishawaka will get 3rd place there as he gets the 3rd place award. 2nd place will go to Austin Lesniak of New Prairie. And then 1st place of Penn High School, the champion will be Micah Garcia.
And Penn really beginning to show out here
Absolutely.
now.
And they've got another chance here with Max Chaffee here.
Yeah.
Very good punter, one of the best punters in the country, if you didn't know that.
And just a victory there for in the 160. And I believe that was 170, right? Was our last match is where Penn.
Yes, we are at 182.
Noah Brown of Penn also took the W there. And so as Matt mentioned, once again down here, championship Matt. Another Penn, and we're going to actually switch you over here to 3rd place. That's Timmerman.
3rd place will be Cody Timmerman of Mishawaka, and that will be against Horace Hill of South Bend Adams. And Timmerman gets the first points there, making it 2-0 with the takedown. So 2-0, Timmerman with the lead. We are 15 seconds left in the first period. They had some sort of problem here in the 5th place match. They're kind of sorting it out right now. They haven't started, and it looks like the South Bend Clay wrestler has a problem. I don't know if they're actually going to wrestle or not.
We'll keep you updated on that situation. But over here,
that's going to be a 2-point reversal there and an escape. So a 2-point reversal for Hill and then an escape for Timmerman makes it 3-2.
Still some confusion over there on mat 3.
Looks like maybe South Bend Clay, their wrestler, thought maybe they had forfeited or didn't fill out the paperwork correctly. There's something in the fact because Washington was ready and nobody was talking to that coach. It looked like it was the Clay coaches having that conversation. If we get some information, we'll let you know.
Timmerman will take top here.
And I feel like that's the wrong score over here as well, because both players got a takedown, and then Timmerman had an escape. So I think it is 3-2. I'll keep it as 3-2 for now because I'm pretty confident in my score this time, whereas last time I was not. And I know the scorekeeper down there, so that might be a reason for that as well.
Some personal intuition there, huh?
When you teach the students, you get some insight into what's going on, you know.
Timmerman doing a good job
Absolutely.
of keeping a solid attack on top.
We are at 1:15 to wrestle in the second period. Nothing happening right now. They had a quick injury timeout on the first place match as we don't have much action here.
And to give you an update over there on mat 3, the 5th place, there's no wrestlers on the mat anymore, and so I'm not sure exactly what happened.
They've already changed the scoreboard to say 195. We are at 182 right now, so they're not
so
wrestling
definitely
at all.
potentially a forfeit. We're not sure for whom, but that would be my guess.
This is where we need a sideline reporter.
We do need a sideline report.
There's a big takedown there in the first place match with only 2 seconds left. So that was Chaffee who ended up with 2 more points. Chaffee for Penn leads 2-0 heading to the second period. Or excuse me, 2-0. 6-2.
And Timmerman maintains a solid attack on here. And you'll see Al Smith looking on, studying this one. Maybe scouting out some talent.
Got 3 seconds left here. Timmerman's going to end up tied 2-2. I really thought it was 3-2. Again, another good time for a sideline report.
Another good time for a sideline report.
Timmerman's almost got the escape, does not, so they're going to start back in the center. He almost, a few more inches there on the circle, he would have been out, but he could not get there, so 2-2, Timmerman's down, third period. Hill from Adams in the white, Timmerman in the maroon.
And 125 left to go over here on mat 1, the championship match, which would be Penn versus South Bend Adams, I believe it is. Is that it, South Bend Adams?
Where at?
Over here on the championship match.
Oh, the championship is another Penn New Prairie match.
Oh, New Prairie.
We have South
excuse
Bend
me.
Adams against Timmerman here of Mishawaka. Timmerman just got an escape, making it 3-2. So Timmerman with the lead for Mishawaka. Still nothing happening.
Hill had some solid wrist control there for a while, but it looks like he let it go. And he's looking for maybe a takedown, but Timmerman quick to stop that.
Yeah, you got to make sure to keep wrestling here. The 1-point lead, 49 seconds. The last thing you want to do is give up points just for kind of stalling. So Timmerman trying to get the third place victory. Would be the third one on the day for the Cavemen. Still nothing. Right now it is Chaffee of Penn with the 8-3 lead over New Prairie's Johnson. 25 seconds left.
Not much going on here.
You see Timmerman looks at the clock, 15 seconds.
And you obviously want to avoid a takedown here this late.
6 seconds. And it looks like Timmerman's going to get it. There it is. Timmerman gets the third place victory for the Cavemen, 3-2 in a very close match. So good job by the Cavemen and Cody Timmerman to get the victory. We'll be going to the first place match here. Again, it's Chaffee for Penn with the 10-3 lead over Johnson of New Prairie. New Prairie and Penn were in the last championship match. That was at 170. Noah Brown came away with the victory for Penn. In this championship match, Penn looks like they're going to come away with the victory again unless Johnson from New Prairie can make a big comeback.
And if Penn, just thought of this, if Penn does get this victory, they'll be tied. Will be tied with Mishawaka for the most the most first place finishes here.
Well, they have more chances as Penn will have one in the next event and the one after that. They'll have Hurley wrestling for first in 195, and then they'll have Berta wrestling for first in 220, as Mishawaka only has one chance for first place, and it'll be a tough one as Alex Faulkner, who's had a great season, will be wrestling against one of the best wrestlers in the state of Indiana, and Isaiah McWilliams from South Bend, Washington.
And following this match, we'll be taking you to the podium over here to get our champions.
And Chaffee gets 2 more points, makes it 12-3. He's dominating this championship round here at 182. Max Chaffee is 14-1 on the season. Grant Johnson 35-2. So both players having very good years, but right now it looks like Chaffee is totally dominating Grant Johnson. We are down to 50 seconds to wrestle here in the championship match at 182. After this match, we'll be bringing you the podium results at 170. That's where Colin Fee ended up in 5th place for the Cavemen. Still nothing going here for Grant Johnson as he's getting
Looks like
flipped
maybe
over.
a
It
pin,
might be
yeah.
It might end up being that. There it
And
is.
he gets it. A late pin there by Chaffee of Penn. We'll give them the win, and we'll tie them with Mishawaka for the most first place finishes at 3. And as Matt mentioned, Penn has more chances to get first place as they have 2. Mishawaka only has 1. And we take it to the podium here.
This is 170. They're going to go to 5th place there as Colin Fee of Mishawaka. 4th place is going to be Gordon from South Bend Clay. 3rd place is going to be Mark of Bremen. In 2nd place from New Prairie is going to be Mays from New Prairie. And 1st place goes to Penn, and that is Noah Brown. We are going to be going here to the championship match. There are no Mishawaka wrestlers in any of these 3 matches. As we are going to go to the championship match, that is going to be at 195. There are 3 matches going on here, but at 195 in our center mat number 1 in the championship, you're going to have Rockney Hurley of Penn High School, 19-4 on the season. And you're going to have Jonathan Thomas of South Bend Adams at 26-3. Both had a couple buys. Hurley had a pin and then a decision, 11-3. Thomas had a pin and then a decision at 6-5 against Elkhart Central wrestler Alex Lucius, who's also had a good year. So it'll be Thomas and Hurley once they get the scoreboard figured out. There are 2 other matches underway right now. 3rd place match over to the right. That match is between Lucius of Central and Williamowski of South Bend St. Joe. In the 5th place match, we have Sandusky of South Bend Riley and Lanig of New Prairie. So New Prairie in that match as well. But Penn just on a roll here as of late. They've been in almost every championship match. We are at 195, even though the board says 182.
And our championship match starts here.
And the clock is finally running. Rockne Hurley from Penn in the black, in the blue with the red and white on the legs is South Bend Adams Jonathan Thomas. After this match is over, we'll bring you the 182 podium. And then we've got only a couple more matches here tonight, Evan.
Yeah, things winding down here. Hurley and Thomas here down in the main mat. Not much going on right now.
Yeah, no points scored yet.
Locking up a little bit.
Put their names in, though, as I forgot. So Thomas will be your red scorer. Your green scorer will be Hurley. Still nothing as they go back to the center. 41 seconds left in the first period. Both players kind of flinching, acting like they're going in for something, but then don't. Now they're locked, arm in arm, trying to get a hold of each other. Cannot. 20 seconds remaining. Still nothing. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, not much going on here. Maybe just trying to feel each other out here in the first.
That'll end. A lot of hands too. They're trying to get each other's wrists, hands, arms, but nothing going so far.
Yeah, wrist control is always something you want as a wrestler.
Hurley's going to start in the down position. Thomas is going to start on top here in period number 2. That buzzer is for the third place match, not for ours. Hurley stands up. Can he get out of it? He's trying to get the arms off, and does. That's going to be a 1-point escape for Rockne Hurley.
And it looks like Thomas was maybe going for a takedown there for just a minute second, but couldn't get it as Hurley got the escape there.
Yeah, again, you can see him going after each other's hands, wrist area there as Thomas takes a shot at the leg, but can't get it. And that was a big-time play there as Hurley tried to throw Thomas, but Thomas did a good job of sticking with it as they ran out of bounds. And Thomas goes in hard, can't get it though. Here the Adams coaches saying there's some stalling going on by Rockne Hurley, who's up 1-0.
Yeah, definitely a big difference between Al Smith and their tournament, as a lot of the calls that the refs made were questioned at Al Smith. I mean, a whole lot of controversy. This one has seemed to be clean, and for the most part, everybody seems to agree with these ones.
Yeah, there's been a few scoreboard errors, things of that nature, but other than that, you're right. There haven't been many controversial calls or points given when they shouldn't have. Mostly it's been pretty good. This match has been easily our as I'm saying that, I was going to say the less exciting of the matches, but they were going back and forth there. But so far there's been 0 takedowns, only the 1 escape for Rockne Hurley. Still nothing. We've got 8 seconds. Hurley's going to have the choice here if he wants to start on top or standing up, as that will end.
You see in the background close to a pin, looks like maybe.
A lot of action there, yeah. And that's our third place match, as it looked like they almost had it but did not. That score is actually 10-9, so a lot of action over there.
And it looks like if the wrestlers stay in the right position, you might get the best of both worlds here as there's two
That's
matches
right.
going on.
Well, and right there you got a quick escape by Jonathan Thomas. It is now 1-1 in our championship match. The third place match is 10-10 with 5 seconds left. That's between Lucius of Elkhart Central and Williamowski of South Bend St. Joe. Still nothing going on here as that third place match will go into some extra time there. As here in our first place match, we might be doing the same if nothing happens soon, as finally somebody goes for something as they run around each other and they end up out of bounds. So both players went for the takedown. Nobody could get it as they spun around and around. They'll start back standing up in the middle. .45 seconds remaining here. Hurley and Thomas. Both of them go for it. They can't.
1-1 ties. They continue to just look like they're feeling each other out.
Yeah, right now they're not even touching each other. As Thomas goes in hard, had a chance there but lost the grip. They're out of bounds. Again, it's Thomas in the blue. In the black is Hurley. 15 seconds. They're out of bounds. 6 seconds left. Thomas goes for it, can't get it. As Hurley swung the leg, but it'll end in a 1-1 tie as we go to some extra time. Both the third place and the first place matches in extra periods right now. We're going to period 4, 1-1. They are in period 5 at 10-10. This extra period is 1 minute in length. Still nothing. And we are now still tied at 1, 31 seconds remaining in now the fourth period.
Yeah, both the third and first place matches are in overtime here, as I believe that one over there is 10-10. Yes, it is. And a 1-1 score over here.
They're out of bounds with 7 seconds. 1-1 still. And the third place match does end. Williamowski ends with an 11-10 victory over Elkhart Central and Alex Lucius. So we are in the fifth period, tied at 1, and they're going to give 1 point for the escape. So it is now 2-1 in favor of Rockney Hurley.
25 seconds left.
Thomas is going to have to get a takedown. Now the real challenge here for Rockney Hurley is that you're up by only 1 though. So you got to make sure that you don't get taken down because you lose at that point.
Absolutely.
So 12 seconds remaining. Three seconds, and that looks like it's going to be it. And Hurley from Penn is going to get the victory. Oh, wait, no, we got one more. Looks like we're going to have another period. Yeah. So what they do is they have the 1 minute where they're both standing. They got no points. Then they have the 5th and 6th period. 5th period, one person gets to choose. The 6th period, the other person chooses, and you got 30 seconds. So shows how much I know about wrestling. There we go. We got it.
You've done good up to this point, Matt. I think we're
doing okay.
It's getting a little it's getting a little late.
We missed school yesterday. I think almost every school in the area had no school yesterday. You had a good day off, Evan?
I had a great day off.
Good.
How was your day off?
Didn't do anything. Just kinda hung out.
Yeah, me too.
There's a lot of snow out, but the sun's been out for a little bit, so that's kind of nice.
That is nice, yeah.
So we're ready to start here. Thomas is starting down. If he can get an escape, that'll make it 2-2. If he can get a reversal, it'd be 3-2. Rockney Hurley, you got to be careful not to stall either, though.
And Thomas has got that leg, and they go out of bounds, but
yep.
Thomas was definitely on the verge of a takedown there.
Yeah, well, it's 17 seconds now. Thomas will have to start all the way down, so all that work he had to get standing up. And here we go again. Now Thomas is up again. Can Hurley throw him down? He does. You've got 10 seconds left. Thomas is back up. He gets out.
A nasty takedown there.
And that's going to end. Looked like Thomas was very close to getting out of that, but could not. And Hurley's going to get Penn another victory. And it's definitely going to assure them the NIC victory here today. We're going to go to the place winners at 182. Tie for 5th.
Yeah, and just to give an apology, I had both those guys mixed up the entire time. So disregard anything I just said about that entire match.
So we had Adams there in 4th place. 3rd place is Mishawaka's Cody Timmerman. New Prairie ends up with 2nd, and then again the Penn victory of Max Chaffee with the championship win. We're going to be going to 220. At 220, we have again no Mishawaka wrestlers, so we're going to have yet another Penn wrestler. This time it is Berta, Adam Berta, 22-5 on the season. His challenger is going to be Casey Connery, who's actually only 5-1 on the season. So
not a lot of matches, but still an overall good record.
And that is
5-1, not bad.
That is South Bend St. Joe. If I didn't say that, I meant to. So Penn High School, and again yet another computer problem here.
And they'll stop the match for that one.
Yep, as we're ready to start again. We're only 18 seconds in, so we'll start it back up.
And immediately, a takedown attempt there.
And Berta has the advantage now. He's on top, and he's got a good hold there. That's going to be a 2-point takedown for Adam Berta, excuse me. 2 points for Berta. Connery still down as he's going to try to get out. He cannot and does. Good job there by Connery getting the 1-point escape with 1:15 remaining in the first period. So Berta and Connery wrestling hard here. Berta with a 2-1 advantage. That is how our last match ended, at 2-1 in 6 periods.
It was indeed.
Had a little bit more action already here.
In 6 periods, something not very common in wrestling to get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, especially at a low scoring pace like that, where it's 1-1. Our last match of the evening will be our first place match in the 285 category with a Mishawaka wrestler and Alex Faulkner against Isaiah McWilliams of South Bend, Washington. 21 seconds in our championship here. Connery versus Berta. We are down to 15 seconds.
And as Matt mentioned, this match is definitely a little bit more action-packed. Both these wrestlers pretty gung-ho, get after it pretty fast.
And we're down to 8 seconds. That looks like it's going to end our first period. 2-1, Adam Berta over Connery of South Bend St. Joe. Berta's going to start down. He's going to try to get that quick escape and almost does. Can he? Yes? No? They're going to say no, because Connery still has the legs there. Berta now is going to get the reversal. Yep, there it is. A 2-point reversal makes it 4-1. And now he's got him on his back. Is that going to be it? Can he get the pin?
This could be it. Bridging, trying to keep those shoulder blades up. The ref looking, hasn't called it yet.
And Berta's got him really in a tough spot, as Berta is now trying to turn his legs and his entire body. He's almost there.
I think he's got it.
It's going to be tough to get out of that.
He's got that arm pinned down.
There it is.
And they call it.
Berta with a dominating performance with the pin ends up getting the victory over Connery of South Bend St. Joe in the second period. As we will head over to our third place match, the only other match going on right now. In our third place match, we have a wrestler there from Riley. I can tell by the paw on the back. That is Fuentes. See if I can find where they are on here. That is Alejandro Fuentes of South Bend Riley. And that is against Thomas of John Adams High School, or excuse me, of Jimtown? No. I got the wrong thing here. I'll get this. Elkhart Central. There we go.
Okay.
Davis of Elkhart Central.
Those colors match.
Whew, I'm having a hard time. Alejandro Fuentes against Davis of Elkhart Central. Both players end up with 1 point there, as it is 3-2 in favor of Riley's Fuentes. Davis from Central, Fuentes from Riley. Both players are head-to-head. It is the third period, as Green's going to get 2 points for stalling. Both teams actually are getting points for stalling, as it is now 5-3.
Fuentes doing a good job of maintaining contact and looking for opportunities to try to get a takedown here. Slaps the mat there.
2 point lead. We're down to 4 seconds, and that looks like it's going to end it here. Wait, no, they're going to give 2 points to Elkhart Central for stalling, so we're going to be moving on.
Yeah, this will go into overtime, it looks like. 5-5 is your score.
So we're going to go to the fourth period. Fourth period, they're going to stand up. 1 minute on the clock. I was actually surprised they gave him the 2 point stalling there. I thought we were going to end that, but they do give him the 2 points with 1 second remaining in the third period. Davis almost got him turned over, but did not.
Yeah, he's got that headlock down. Does not look like a comfortable spot to be if you're Fuentes.
And he almost got the takedown, but couldn't quite get there.
And I think that's going to count. Was that a takedown?
It's close. He's still got his arms on him. You see his arms on his left leg, as there it is. 2 points.
And it looks like Davis maybe not feeling so good. That was a hard contact.
Well, I think that ends it. I think if you can get the points, yeah. If you can get those points in the fourth period, if you can get any points because you're starting standing, that ends the match, and that did right there. As we will head to the podium now for our winners there. Maybe. They're sorting some things out there at the scoring table.
Did you see down there? That's Mishawaka's Alex Faulkner wrestling against. See if I can see what team it is. We're gonna
That's South Bend, Washington. Isaiah McWilliams.
Isaiah McWilliams, South Bend, Washington. We'll send you down to the podium here.
First place at 195 is going to be Rockney Hurley. So you see him there on your screen, Rockney Hurley with the championship at 195. That'll be taking us down as it will be Alex Faulkner of Mishawaka High School in your maroon. In the black with the green on is Isaiah McWilliams of South Bend, Washington.
And this is actually our final match of the night. Alex Faulkner doing a good job.
That's going to be out of bounds. Again, we talked about it earlier, but a tough test for Alex Faulkner as Isaiah McWilliams is 34-0 on the year and one of the best wrestlers in the state of Indiana. So far today, McWilliams has had 2 byes, a win by pin in 36 seconds, and then a decision of 9-0.
Which means a win here for Faulkner can only do wonders.
Absolutely. Well, Faulkner's had a good day himself. Had no byes on the day, but was able to get a fall in 22 seconds, a fall in 34 seconds, and a 6-0 decision as the Washington fans wanted the 2 points given, but weren't able to get it. McWilliams has the leg, picks up Faulkner.
And in danger of a takedown here.
Oh, boy, what a big play there by Isaiah McWilliams as he had the upper body and then swung the legs out from underneath Faulkner, making it 2-0. And it's hard to get out of the grasp of big Isaiah McWilliams.
Yeah, McWilliams working from the top right now. Faulkner looking for any way to get out.
Right now it is 2-0, 45 seconds remaining in the first period.
McWilliams trying to get a hand there so he can try to flip Faulkner over.
Yeah, he's got that arm behind his back there. Now he's going to go for a different strategy. They're going to say nothing going here as they're going to start in the center again.
And McWilliams will take top here.
Right now it's 2-0, 28 seconds. They have some sort of technical problem with the computer.
And they'll send them off to their respective corners, let them get a drink as they try to sort this out.
See, Ryan Watson's coming over there to figure out what's going on.
Looks like maybe something froze down there.
Might be an internet, a power problem. Got all the bright minds down there working on it.
In the meantime, we'll take you over to the 5th place match, which I think that's a southbound. Either way, a pin is imminent here.
That's actually a 3rd place match.
Oh, 3rd place.
Third place,
me.
it's Rodriguez.
And he gets it.
Yeah, it's going to be New Prairie High School. Rodriguez with the pin. That's Leighton Rodriguez, who defeated a DeVault of Penn High School.
And so...
yeah, let's go down to that 5th place match as Clay looks like they're about to get a pin as well. In the 5th place, you have Galindo of Clay against Perkins of Jimtown, and Galindo has the advantage right now. Can he get him on his back? He's almost there. There he is. You hear a Jimtown fan, sounds like a mom over here saying, get up, make sure to get up.
And we'll take you back to the championship match, McWilliams versus Faulkner here.
And just to end that, Galindo did just get a pin for 5th place. So we are in the very last match of the evening right in front of you Isaiah McWilliams 2-0 lead over Alex Faulkner. Faulkner gets up. Can he get out? He does.
And
2-1.
that'll tie us up. Oh, no, excuse me. Will not tie us up.
The escape gets you the 1 point, so 2-1 with 10 seconds.
And Faulkner, well down, still very manageable, as we are only right at the end of the first period.
And they spin around out of bounds. That'll end our first period. Second period we go. The flip is to McWilliams, I think. Nope, Faulkner gets the choice here. He's going to start down. McWilliams is going to be on top. And we're off. Faulkner trying to get out, trying to tie it up. McWilliams trying to keep him down.
As you mentioned, definitely quite the task to try to get out from under McWilliams.
Still nothing going. We've got 1:30 left here in the second period.
Fans telling him to move, yeah.
Can hear the fans right behind us saying, let's get moving here. As they're going to say there's an injury there. Looks like Alex Faulkner might be hurting a little bit. He's down. The coaches come out.
Faulkner's not got up yet. Definitely looks to be in some pain here.
Yeah, it might be a shoulder. McWilliams had a good grasp of that arm behind his back there and really was tugging on that thing, trying to make sure he wasn't getting up. He's starting to get up. There he goes.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the arm was giving him trouble, but
and it'll be Faulkner starting down as we're just about ready to get back going. 1:19 left to wrestle here in period number 2. McWilliams with the 2-1 advantage. And we're off and going again. Faulkner tries to spin out of it. He can't. McWilliams got a good grip now as he's got the top and bottom. Now he's got the leg down by the foot. Faulkner runs out of it.
Looking for an escape.
Yeah,
doesn't get it.
It looked like he was getting out of there, but McWilliams stuck with him. Faulkner trying again. They're going to say out of bounds as we'll go back to the middle.
And so now not only do you have the challenge of trying to wrestle one of the best wrestlers in Indiana, but also trying to nurse whatever injury was just sustained there. And my intuition seems to believe it was maybe that left arm that was being pinned back.
Yeah, maybe shoulder something. Yeah, it was a tough play there as you got 45 seconds. You really want to try to score here. Otherwise, you're going into the third period down 1, and McWilliams with the choice of what he wants.
And not only score, but try to avoid being scored on here.
Right. 30 seconds remaining. Nothing really going on here. 15 seconds. Faulkner's trying to get out. 8 seconds. Trying to flip. He rolls over and it's not going to get there. That's going to end period number 2. 2-1. Still the lead for McWilliams of South Bend, Washington. Washington hasn't had a lot of wrestlers here in championship matches today. I think this might be their first one. They're trying to get the victory. They're starting straight up, which will give a point, I think, to McWilliams unless he chose to start.
Oh, and it looks like maybe McWilliams got some of that eye as he went there. An eye poke doesn't seem to have affected Faulkner much, so they won't stop it.
Yeah, so no points were awarded because McWilliams decided to start standing up instead of starting down. So we're out of bounds. We're going back to the center. 2-1. Faulkner gets a takedown. He can take the lead. So that'll be something to watch for here with 1:30 left in the third period. Last match is always exciting. Everybody's watching it, especially with no third or fifth place matches going on. You have Austin Faulkner, the 2017 graduate of Mishawaka, watching there on the mat.
And
trying to do
Faulkner,
some coaching.
an Army West Point commit
Absolutely,
for football.
Absolutely.
Definitely no stranger to a little adversity.
Mm-hmm. It's always tough to be an offensive lineman.
Absolutely.
We've got 1 minute left. Both wrestlers trying to get a takedown here. 2-1 advantage for Isaiah McWilliams of South Bend, Washington. They're going to call out of bounds. So Faulkner might have rolled an ankle there. He's up. 53 seconds. Can he get a big play here? It would be huge for Alex Faulkner, but even more would be great for the crowd here, as a lot of Mishawaka fans here at the Cave. 44 seconds, but McWilliams gets the leg. Can he throw him down? No.
And it looks like maybe fatigue beginning to become a factor here as we wind down into the later times of this match. And immediately gets the leg there.
Yeah, but McWilliams has got him now. Well, Faulkner gets back on top, but McWilliams still has the leg there. They're going to give Faulkner the 2. Now he's got to keep it. It is 3-2 now. Faulkner leads.
And this would be an absolutely electrifying conclusion.
Yeah, but now McWilliams, 13 seconds. If he can get out of that arm, he can get the leg. 10 seconds. And now he's got a real problem.
3 seconds, 2, 1.
And there it is. They're going to give him the 2 points there with just a few seconds.
Right there at the end, and the Mishawaka crowd is not having this one at all.
Right now it is going to be 4-3. It looks like Isaiah McWilliams is going to get the victory right at the end.
And both coaches going over to conversate with the ref and try to argue their sides. We'll see what comes out. Can the refs really change their...
Yeah, they can, but they're going to sit there and talk about it. You got both coaches there. And I think what they're saying is they gave Alex Faulkner the 2 points with McWilliams having that hold still on the leg, so they're going to give McWilliams the 2 points with the same thing.
So we'll see what they decide here.
Because Faulkner definitely still had a hold of the leg there, but I think that McWilliams still had a hold of the leg the other way. So I think if they give 2 points one way, 2 points the other, it's going to all come out in the wash there as a 4-3 victory, I think. There it is. Yep. 4-3 is going to be the victory for Isaiah McWilliams in a absolutely exciting last match here, even though it didn't go our way. We're going to have some podium coverage here for 2 in a row here, as it will be at 2:20.
Faulkner getting some congratulations from his dad there. And you really can't ask for a better finish to this tournament.
No.
Definitely one that went down to the wire. We'll send you to the podium here.
Alejandro Fuentes with 3rd place there. 2nd place, Conry of St. Joe. And then 1st place will go to Penn, and that is Adam Berta.
And during that last match, the crowd certainly did have some opinions about that, didn't they, Matt?
Yeah, they didn't like that call, but a 2nd place finish, especially against a wrestler the caliber of Isaiah McWilliams, is nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely not.
They're going to stay at the podium for 285 now. Then we'll get you some final team scores, as my guess is that Penn came away with the big victory here today.
Which would also mean Mishawaka's probably somewhere 2nd or 3rd in that.
Yeah, Penn and Mishawaka were 1st and 2nd going into the finals. Penn with a very large lead, though. I can't imagine they lost that with all their 1st place finishers.
And as they begin to roll up the mats here, we'll give you your 185, right?
285.
280, 185 is 285.
That was a big 185.
That was a big 180, yes.
Got 6th place is Jim Down. Galindo ends up in 5th place. Had the nice pin there for the 5th place. DeVault of Penn gets 4th. 3rd place with the pin for 3rd place is Rodriguez from New Prairie. 2nd place will go to Alex Faulkner in that exciting final few seconds. And the champion is Isaiah McWilliams of South Bend, Washington. We're going to sign off here after we can get some team scores, hopefully. You can see the great shot of the cave. Marion ends up in 13th with 8 points. Bremen ends with 19 points. John Glenn gets 51 points. 10th place is St. Joe High School with 67. 9th place goes to Adams with 85.5 points. 8th place goes to Clay with 100 points exactly. That's fun. 7th place goes to Washington with 104. 6th place goes to South Bend Riley. 5th place, Elkhart Central, 152.5 points. 4th place is New Prairie. 4th place will go to, 3rd place, is Jimtown. 184 points. That leaves us the 2nd place, Mishawaka. They end up with 219.5 points, but in first place by a large margin is going to be Penn High School.
As your 2018.
292, so almost an 80-point victory there for the Penn Kingsmen. They will be your 2018 NIC champions. They have a trophy there in the middle. Dean Huppard's going to be getting a picture there. You see him there huddling around. It's Penn High School with the championship, but a much better showing by the Mishawaka Cavemen this year than last.
Absolutely.
So they are definitely improving, and we talked about earlier, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. So big congratulations to the Cavemen on their hard-fought 2nd place finish today, and all of the individual champions, Sinkovitz and LaPlace and whoever else finished first.
Absolutely. There was numerous bright spots here
absolutely.
for the Mishawaka Cavemen. And as you mentioned, a lot of young talent here, so the future only looks bright for the Mishawaka Cavemen going into the rest of the season and years later on.
Absolutely. Coach Brad Harper wins the coach of the tournament here. And Isaiah McWilliams wins the most outstanding wrestler of the tournament. And that would have been tough if he didn't come out on the winning end of that last one. With that, that will end our tournament here tonight. We made it through the finals. We were here a little bit before watching some of the wrestling, but we really were here broadcasting this finals. You can watch it again. You can watch all of the Cavemen wrestlers in the final matches from 1st to 3rd to 5th, and some of the extra ones as well. So tell your friends, watch it again, check it out. But we will be back to bring you more Mishawaka High School coverage this coming week. Come out and check the boys swim team in their final swim meet on Tuesday night against Penn here at Mishawaka. Next Saturday, we've got a big time diving event, the Mishawaka Dive Invite, where we have over 100 divers. It's a full day event. Come check out some divers, including Elkhart Central's Logan Brown, who's going to IU to dive. It will almost broke the pool record the other day at the swim meet, so that was kind of fun to watch. But we'll be bringing you events. Do you know of any basketball this week?
I think we do have some basketball this
Do
week.
you know the days?
I thought there was one Tuesday, but maybe not with the swim meet going on.
Sometimes we have both. You guys might be on your own.
We might be on our own.
Let's check the schedule real fast before we get out of here so you know what's coming up. The Mishawaka finishes second here tonight. Let's see. We've got today was the NIC girls swim meet at Riley, so check out how they did. But Tuesday, you are correct. We do have the boys swimming against Penn, but we also have JV and varsity girls basketball here against LaPorte. So look at you knowing your schedule.
Hey.
And then we also have, man, we got a big week. We got Thursday, JV varsity girls against Clay. And Friday, we have JV and varsity boys against Clay. So we've got a lot going on this week. Come out to Mishawaka almost any night. Other than Monday, you come out, you'll see something
There's always
going
going on.
But you can check that out this week. We'll be bringing you all the basketball. Tuesday night girls, Thursday night girls, and then Friday night is the boys. Any last words? How do we feel about how we went tonight here, Evan?
Tonight was good. Obviously, Mishawaka showing a lot of improvement from last year, as we mentioned, finishing second in this tournament. Numerous first-place finishes individually, and I just think that things look very good going forward.
Absolutely. So, for Evan here, I'm Matt Rendell. We had Troy and Parker on the cameras here tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back on Tuesday night to bring you the girls varsity basketball against LaPorte.